What's good, people? It's your boy Blunt back with another episode of Chopping It Up. In this very special episode, I have a panel of guests that's going to join me, and we're going to discuss hip hop. And without further ado, I'm going to bring in my day one. We go way back like two Cadillacs. My boy Supreme. Primo, what's good, bro?
I'm blessed, man. How you?
All right, what's good? What's good? Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
All right, I'm gonna bring in my next guest is my boy. We go back from high school. We got a lot of dirt together. We got a lot of shit together. It's my dude, my producer on the side, my co-writer, everything. It's my dude, my nigga Beat Dopes, aka Drake. What's good, my dude?
What's good? What's poppin'?
Man? All right. Then we got joining us is let me see. How can I say this? Me and this dude clicked from work, right? And it was just like we knew each other for years, you know. And this is also one of the dudes that I did songs with before. And we had a blast going on. My man, June. What's up, June?
What up?
What's good, bro?
Yeah, not for nothing. I still got them joints.
Me too, son. Me too. Well, you got some classics, buddy. You got some classics. And last but not least, and we actually have a joint that we've been working on for a while. It's just the timing is a little off, but we got a joint, and we got some upcoming joints that we're gonna be doing together. This is also somebody I grew up with from the 3 building. But we go back like Cadillacs also. I'm talking about my man Wham Stalgia. What up, Wham? And I got Wham muted. Of fucking course. There you go. What up, son?
What up? What's good, family?
Yo, thanks to everybody for joining, man. I appreciate you guys doing this. This is something that we all have in common, and that is hip hop. The love of hip hop.
You ready?
Now, the one thing that almost bonds almost all of us here is hip hop. Let's see, like Dreddy, we go back from me and you from high school. I said Dreddy. Over here, you guys know him as Beat Dope. But Beat Dope, we go back from high school where we had formed our first group, hip hop group, and we called it. What was It was Accessory to Murder. ATM. Was the original name. Yeah. ATM, right? And then we ended up. We did a lot of songs in the Bronx. We did a lot of shows in the Bronx. We
did that Flies black and white one.
No, that one was actually in Fort Greene Park. That
okay.
Was in Fort Greene Park, but no, this was before that. This is
before that.
That video that I have, which is on my YouTube channel, it's that was one of my first solo joints right there. Yeah. But with Dreddy, we had changed the name from Accessory to Murder to All Down the Masses because we ended up getting hooked up with SWV management. Remember that, Dre? We ended up getting hooked up with SWV's management, and they took us in and they took us to the studio. They paid for the studio. We stayed all night in this big complex studio in Manhattan. Yeah, I don't know if the choice of the song that we ended up doing was right for them. I think we scared the crap out of them with what we came up with. It was dope. Don't get me wrong. It was dope, but I don't think they was ready for that. It was straight hardcore. But the engineer loved it. The engineer was going nuts with it, and we had fun making it. I mean, but they was like, "What is this? Like what?"
It was like way before your time or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
Before its time.
We were still on that Onyx, right?
Yo, it was like flying people out in the world, man.
Right. So, okay. So then, with with June, me and June worked in the movie theaters together, and when we met, we was mad cool with each other. Then we found out that we both rhyme, which I don't know. I still don't know to this day, June. How you not out? How you not put on? That?
No, listen.
This dude knows so many people in the industry, and listen. I can say for myself, June is nice. It's actually his son's rhyming now too, and they nice too. So it's like,
yeah, they good. They alright.
They don't fall. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. Listen, I got a joint with your son on there.
Huh?
I mean, you got that joint with your son, with me, you, your son, and Matt.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was spitting back then. I'm like, yo, shorty got game. Like
he kept up.
Yeah, he kept it up. See, so yeah, so you know that's how that rolled, man. And then Wham, me and Wham. See, Wham's been rhyming before me, and I've been rhyming since the early '90s. Wham was rhyming way before that. I'm talking, he coming out to the hallway, banging on the window, doing skits like that.
Experimenting.
Yeah, but y'all was nice back then. It was you, it was Bino, it was Barry, it was Will. All y'all used to
Rodney Pill.
Yeah, like all y'all used to get busy in the hallway, just out of nowhere. Bino would come and do freestyles on the bench. Barry would join him. Rest in peace, Barry. Barry would join him in their freestyle, and they would cracking jokes and stuff like that. Him and Big Gus. Gus with I think Gus is out now. He got locked up.
Yeah, we seen him at the remember at the OG barbecue.
Oh, he was there? I didn't see him.
Yeah, remember he was with Bino. Remember he talked with Bino?
Damn, I didn't see that.
He was, yeah, Gus was there, tall and slinky like a little bit.
Yeah, shit. I wish I would have knew. I probably just didn't even know that was him. Yeah. So and then you got my man Primo. Primo is like my big brother, basically. Me and Primo, how did we met? We bonded over the fact that both of us got shot. That's the weirdest bonding ever, but we both got shot, and there was something about that gravitated us to each other. And then ever since then, Primo was like my big brother. He would come pull me, yo, we need to go to the park and work out. And whatever I was doing, I had to stop. Go with that nigga to the park, and we get some workout in and all that shit. Even to this day, he'll come to the crib. Even after my accident, he'll come to the crib, and we'll work out in the basement and get our workout on and stuff like that. It's been a minute, Preem, but you know, it's about to get that time again.
yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So everybody here has a love of hip hop. Let me ask each and every one of you guys, what is the first song that comes to mind when you knew that you just loved hip hop at that point? Nobody jumped at that.
Without dating ourselves?
I already, it's right there already at the tip of the tongue with me.
All right, what you got, man?
It was Super Rhyme.
Has more rhymes than a train has tracks. Able to reach sucker MCs in a single rhyme. Look at the jam of the mic. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
No, I'm super rhyme. It's the new thing, makes you wanna swing while us MC rap. Doing our thing, it's not singing like it used to be. No, it's rapping to the rhythm of the Georgia beat. It goes 1 for the money, 2 for the show. You got my beat, now here I go. You see this DJ, he gets down, mixing records while they go around with a hit. If the hop, you just don't stop. You rock to the beat till it makes you drop. Yes, I'm one of a kind. I'm Super Rhymes, and I'd like to say hello.
Super Rhyme.
Yeah.
Give us
when
a
I
piece
heard
of
that
some
shit,
people might not know what you're talking about.
My man Super Rhyme. It's the music, make you wanna swing when I'm doing this. Bang bang, the boogie too. That was that was it right there. I mean, I don't know the lyrics to it. You know what I'm saying? I could go in between. Yeah, but I could go in between on the bars and on the, you know what I'm saying, the episodes of the flow. But starting it off, nah.
Rest in peace to Jimmy Spicer. That was
You already.
That song. If I'm not mistaken, he was from Linden Plaza or Pink Houses out that way.
Brooklyn.
Come a little closer to the mic, Cream.
Oh, he was from Linden Plaza or Pink Houses out that way. I met him. I took a picture with him a few years ago. Unfortunately, he passed away. Rest in power.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
He made Super Rhymes. He made Dollar Bill.
Yep.
Well, that Dollar Bill, y'all.
Dollar Bill, y'all.
This is why I wanted to do this, because the progression of hip hop has come so far. I mean, before I say what my song was, yeah, June, what was your song?
Not for nothing, it was Love Rap.
Love
School
Rap.
G.
Right. You know, you gotta give us, because some, you know, we're gonna have these millennials and Gen Zs. They don't know what you're talking about. So you gotta give us a piece of that.
I think I still remember that joint. For real. Hold on. From the south to the west to the east. No, come on, G, go off. Yes, y'all. Freak, y'all. So unique, y'all. Whatever he said. Yeah. Break, and then I seen a fly girl, maybe shift it. I was done.
From the south to the west, to the east, to the north. Come on, Spoonie G, and go off. Yes, y'all. A freak, y'all. To the beat, y'all. It's so unique, y'all. Well, I was speeding down the street, then I pushed my brake because I seen a fine girl, made me shiver and shake. Then I blew my horn and she turned her head. And to the younger lady, this is what I said. I said, baby, come on over to my car and tell me your name.
I can go on. And then, of course, since I DJ, it was like, I'm going to give you a taste of the Sure Shall Be, and that was it. I was done. Done. I knew where I wanted to be. That was my iPod, for real.
All right, Beat Dope, what you got? What's yours?
All right, my shit is old too. It's Gizmo D and them niggas, man.
Come on, Gizmo. Come on. You gotta give the millennials. They don't know what you're talking about.
Shit. I can't remember that shit too, bro. It was whack. But that's sad. Some crazy shit giving no slack. That shit, yo, that was like shit. Nice. The fucking gremlins, shit, niggas talking on that shit. That was my shit.
Yeah, okay. All right, so Supreme, I know you got one. Supreme, you probably got the date, the dude who wrote the song.
Well, I have a couple of joints, but my first joint was Super Rappin'. That was Grandmaster Flash in the Furious 5.
It was a party night, everybody was breaking, the highs was screaming and the bass was shaking, and it won't be long till everybody knowing that Flash was on the beatbox going, that Flash was on the beatbox going, that Flash was on the beatbox going, and sha-na-na.
Nice.
And Melly Mel dropped a verse in that song. The child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind.
Yeah.
I first heard that, I was like, yo, I had to play it back. And back then, it was on cassette tapes. People who was at the jams, different parties had cassette tapes, and you only caught partial of the record, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, or it got chopped up because sneaking, taping the record, taping the jam, and if you wasn't nobody officially or somebody that was known, they wouldn't allow you to tape anything. So you'll catch somebody with a tape and you'll hear a little bit of it, a little piece of it. Like, yo, what's that, man? We were somewhere, we heard this jam. So that was the first record I fell in love with.
Nice, nice, nice. So I'm gonna give you guys my first record, right, that I fell in love with. And matter of fact, this connects me and Wham together because this is the time where we used to hang out the window in the back with our speakers in the window, just blasting music. And these young kids ain't gonna understand this, but the hard was my
was the Rappin' Sheriff?
Rappin' Duke.
It was
Rappin'
the worst
Duke, the
song
Duke,
ever,
yeah.
But it was something about it just made me love hip hop. And the stupid song goes but I loved it, and from that day on, it was just nothing but love for hip hop.
So you think you're bad with your rap? Well, I'll tell ya, Pilgrim, I started the crap. When you were in diapers and wetting the sheets, I was at the Ponderosa rapping to the beat. Da ha da ha da ha ha ha. Sure, I rustled some cattle and tended the sheep.
And the progression, we just every year something new, something different, and then we got introduced to when it started getting a little bit older. Well, we got Biz Markie and Rakim and them started coming in.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, a little later.
Later in the year.
Then you had the West Coast started making noise with NWA and them started making Dre coming with those hard hitting beats. It was like it was a rap. It was no getting out of it for me from that point. Like I was just in love with it. And back then, the it seems like hip hop people. I don't think a lot of people understand that hip hop is a culture. It's not just music. It's an actual culture. There's a lot that comes involved when it's hip hop. There's a way people. It's not just music. People eat. People drink. People dress. People talk. You know, it's hip hop. Like you can see now the way hip hop has touched the world around. I mean, I've seen Asian dudes rhyming in their language in hip hop with a hard hip hop beat, but speaking Cantonese or Mandarin or whatever language they speak. And it's weird, but I love it. I was in the cab maybe about a month ago and listening to this guy playing a Hindu hip hop song. A Hindu hip hop song. It was phenomenal. I didn't know what he was saying, but the beat was dope. The guy was but it was on point. Like, he was killing. I'm like, dude, what? I'm like, I asked the driver what language. He was like, it's Hindu, and he was saying something. I'm like, Hindu has hip hop now? Like, did we go that far?
You know what? You know what, Blunt? I respect the fact that hip hop is crazy universal. I love it. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because years back, when we talking about like how, you know what I'm saying, where we all, our favorite tune or whatever, a couple of years up, they try to ban that, man.
They did.
They try to dead it, saying this is this black people music. This is, you know, they try to ban it. But look, it flipped and it went worldwide.
It went
to where everybody
where they wanted it to go. And
to where, and then they jump on the bandwagon. Now they want to sign everybody and make that money now. You know what I'm saying? But
multi-billion-dollar business.
Yeah, you know, back when, you know what I'm saying, Big Daddy Kane and Rakim and them, they wasn't doing it for the money aspect about it. They was doing it for the the name, the clout, the putting they was making themselves a name dealing with the culture. You know what I'm saying? They, you know what I'm saying, stayed fly and all that. They, you know, but it wasn't like how it is now. It's crazy. Like, I got money, I gotta get this money, gotta do this. But I mean, the era, our era, you know, it's always and forever gonna be, you know what I'm saying, solidified, and I'm always gonna play it. Man.
I think right now we have, as far as I remember, maybe you guys can correct me, but we have about 3 different genres of hip hop right now. We have the boom bap, which is the era that I love and I'm from. Yeah. We have the what's the other one? Yeah, boom bap. We have trap. We have trap. Is one.
And then you got drill.
Drill. There you go. And drill, which they saying now about drill is what they were saying about boom bap when boom bap first started. How it's very violent and it leads to a lot of killing and stuff like that. And it was like, listen, that's the environment that they're coming from. All they doing is reiterating what they see. Right?
Always.
Yeah, it's always been that way, right? What's the 2 main components of hip hop? Is one, you talk about your environment. You talk about where you grew up, the things you had to do, the things that you've seen, and you put it in the form of a song. And the other one is
embellishment. Things you dream
you embellish it.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of fighting going on, but you know.
There you go. That's right. You go against each other. Like you battle each other. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You battle each other. That used to be the main party thing right there.
Yes.
People battling.
Yes.
You get on a mic and you battle each other. And they come out. They're doing battling now, but it seems a little bit different than when it was back in the day.
It's talk, man.
And
it's talk. It's this they rhyming, but it's like this talking that, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know, man. It's like the battle stage things that they do now. You know, it's like they talking at each other with rhyming. You know what I'm saying? There's no type of finesse or no type of groove to it. You know,
right.
Opposed to, like, you know what I'm saying, battles like when we had back in the day, when we had the crowd just really going crazy and they dropped the beat to it, and you know, brothers really got their shit off.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I look at it as all hip hop, man. I don't discredit nobody. It's just that my era was the shit, and I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Straight like that. Straight like that.
I mean, you may feel that way, but I felt my era was the shit, man. You know.
What era is that, brother?
I'm talking about 79, 80.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. I'm talking about when we was making cassette tape with the pause button.
All day.
Right.
Yo.
Make a cassette tape with the pause button.
Oh, Preem, you come from the time where records were like 8 minutes long and shit.
Yeah, 14 minutes long. I'm talking about the Hank Love show where you had to play with the radio on FM. You had to find the station between BLS and another station. You had to play with that, and you had to find that station. You know, once you find the station, you had to fix your antenna because that was the only known hip hop station at that time that was playing hip hop music, and that's how you stayed abreast of what was coming out.
Yeah,
true that. They was just scratching on 45.
Yeah, no. Hank Love show, Mr. Magic, rest in peace.
Yeah, see,
Mr. Magic.
I come from older, you know what I mean? Like the foundation of that shit. And when it came to battling, it was basically about skill, nothing else.
That's right.
About how you felt about the motherfucker before you started spitting, after you start spitting, how much clout you. It wasn't about none of that. Your clout was your skill.
I just want to say big shout to the old school. Spoonie G.
Yes, sir.
Treacherous 3.
Yep.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
You already.
The
What's that? What's that? Funky 4 plus one more.
Yes, Funky 4 plus one more. With Sha Rock.
The Sha Rock, first female MC.
That's right. Also the Sequence.
Female
group.
Finesse and Sequence.
Yes.
Yeah.
They came later. I think that's
came later.
Yes.
You see, Supreme, you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to hip hop. What do you think the differences that are happening now in hip hop versus your era of hip hop?
My era, we look forward to a park jam. Park jam is when they hook the system up to the light pole. And they had this system in the park, and they played to 2-3 o'clock in the morning. No beef. Everybody was having a good time, enjoying themselves. You know, and you may have different performers who may come through and perform. But that back then was phenomenal, and this young generation would never understand that. You know, and that was not only in Brooklyn, but that was every borough. You can go to a jam, and they playing all kind of old school hip hop, and everybody's enjoying themselves. There's no beef, none of that, no fighting, no stuff like that. People ain't killing each other for no nonsense. No, you can go enjoy yourself and come back home. And them days are gone, man.
Way gone.
I mean, I remember when we used to have the jams at the park, the basketball court.
That's right.
Yeah, you used to sit on the top of the speakers, man. Feel that bass for real.
Shout out to Frankie D.
Yeah,
you already?
He's still doing his thing.
You already?
But we can't leave out the bad stuff that came with that. You know, a lot of the times when we had good times at the park, they got ruined when cats coming through, wanting to light up the place with gunfire and stuff like that. And being that where we're from, because I don't know, the people that watch, Wham and Supreme we all from Marcy, so for whatever reason that project had beef with everybody. I mean, we had Tompkins across the street that didn't like us, and we didn't like them. We had Sumner up the block from them. We didn't like them. They didn't like us. And it was always some kind of beef. Like, it was some kind of point for them to come to our projects and just shoot it up to get some kind of clout, I guess, whatever. So even though we had great times, you have to be on your toes with one of those parties. Like, we made sure you knew where the exit was, because at any point in time, you had to get up out of there. And you wasn't asking questions. You just like, yo, let's go, make it out. But again, the times is different. Like you said, Preem, they won't know nothing about that, about going to the park. I don't even think these kids nowadays go outside to play. Let alone go to the park to have fun.
Play. What's that?
Yeah, like, what is that?
Everything back then was word of mouth. Because if Master D was playing Roosevelt, rest in peace to Master D, aka DJ Lance from 997. If he was playing music, you got the word of mouth. Yo, they jammed tonight at Roosevelt.
Right.
So it wasn't no social media. You know, it wasn't no flyer. No, it was word of mouth. Yo, son, they playing music. All right. I mean, playing music. No, it got around and people was there. It was packed. Like, yo, how everybody? Word of mouth. That's how it was back then. Word of mouth. And people showed up.
Yep. And a lot of people showed up.
I think, like what Preem talking about, like in the Roosevelt, I think they used to even took it to what's the school park there was 303 burning.
Yeah, and
no, 309, the school park right there, that little half on the side. I remember that, you know what I'm saying, the Roosevelt brothers used to jam up in there.
Yes.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah,
I used to live on Willoughby and Coop before I moved in Marcy. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, really affiliated with like that half of Sumner and then Roosevelt and then, you know what I'm saying, the side blocks, you know what I'm saying, Hart Street, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So yeah, it was jams around there, and like Blunt said, it started off good, but then, you know, niggas come, they fresh, they got the Pumas on, shell toes, towards the end of the shit, niggas stepping on the foot, it's a fight breaking out. This is happening. Hip hop bring that, man. I mean, it's like, to me, it's part of the culture. I mean, because it's a black thing, man, and it just, growing up in the hood, you know what I'm saying, you expect that to happen. It's never going to be a peaceful jam or block party back then and there. Somebody always came and like, you know, did the bullshit, but I loved it.
What's one because you know hip hop again is also about dressing up. What's one outfit that you rock without hesitation back in the days?
Tailor made, baby.
That's free say it like that, son.
Tailor made.
Say that, Dapper Dan, like
I know Cream was always rocking the flyest valleys.
Before Dapper Dan, he had boys on Lewis and Broadway. He was on the left-hand side first. He was making the tailors. Then you had some brothers out of some of the projects. The Bell brothers, they was making tailors as well. Then you had a spot on Hart Street, Hart and Broadway. They was making tailors.
Man.
You know, so,
like where you got your valleys from Murray's Corner, right?
Yes, Murray's Corner, man.
Back in the day, baby. See, that's hip hop right there, bro.
Yeah.
I remember rocking.
Well, you got to remember before the Valleys, we had British Walkers.
Oh, you already.
We had the Playboys. You know, so.
Take it even further. You got the Hush Puppies.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I was. The Hush Puppies. I couldn't afford that at all. or even worse, I was wearing the Chinese slippers at that time.
And Brooklyn's signature was the Kango hat.
Yep, exactly.
That was a Kango hat. That was Brooklyn's signature there, man.
Yo, y'all brothers remember what's that on Broadway and used to be called Reed. Remember the store Shoe King?
Yes.
Back in the day?
Yes.
That's where I met what's his name? Mike from Sugar Hill Gang.
Okay.
Way back in the days, over there, bro.
You had Bob right across the street.
Exactly.
So I remember wearing and I had two sets. I had the black one, and I think I had the pinstripe. The Lee suits. This was before they started taking the Lee patches. They started still patches back in the day. But you had to have the permanent crease.
Yes.
And you had to have the bottom, but you had to tailor the bottom. It had to be mad tight around the ankles.
The cuff.
Yeah.
You see, but you know what? When we went and got them suits, it was all involved in hip hop.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We was going either to a jam or party. We had to get fly. You know.
I remember wearing mine for my 4th grade picture. I rocked by the school to get my 4th grade picture. So I'm like, oh, man, I don't remember that. I only had 2.
Zoot suit.
That's them shit was, man. You just mix and match and shit, bro.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Listen, I want to give a shout out to a DJ called Grandmaster Flowers. Rest in peace.
Okay.
He was from Fabricate Project.
Fabricate.
One of the first DJs. He opened up for James Brown in Yankee Stadium in 1968 or 69. No, he's a DJ that's not mentioned.
Oh,
I like
one of the. You think he's one of the forefathers, Cream?
Of course.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, you can Google him. There's a couple articles that come up where he says he was the first one to play. He opened up for James Brown in 1968 and 1969 at Yankee Stadium.
Grandmaster Flowers was a Brooklyn DJ that was known as the Mixologist. He played from the late 1960s to the late 1970s in the parks of Brooklyn and eventually made it to the clubs downtown. He's also noted to be the first Grandmaster.
Flowers came from the Farragut Projects, 237 Nassau Street. He started playing music in the 60s when he was in junior high school. He started.
What DJ did that was out at that time that you know of?
What you say his thing was again?
I was still in my daddy nutsack.
He was from Farragut Projects in Brooklyn.
You know what I'm saying?
Downtown. And he used to play at Coney Island. He used to do the West Indian Parade.
So what do you think about the fact that they're saying that Kool Herc is the father of hip hop?
He may be the father of hip hop in the Bronx.
Okay.
I give him that. He may be the father of hip in the Bronx. When you come to Brooklyn, any old school DJ or any older cat that's late 50s and up, they knew who Grandmaster Flower was. This before Grandmaster Flash. His name is Grandmaster Flowers. You know, and this is a DJ that Frankie D respected.
Okay.
And Frankie D, for people that know, he still DJ.
He still plays.
Yeah, Frank still do his thing.
DJ that Master D respected. They was going to listen to him play. He used to play in Coney Island. You know, Grandmaster Flowers. You know, he's not often mentioned, but I always mention him because he was one of the first forefathers.
Okay, so we got a Bronx dude in here, so you can weigh in on that, June, because you out there.
He can, but you can Google this. You can Google his name, and it's gonna come up. The article will come up.
The only difference, depending, because I've never heard Flowers play, so with Kool Herc, they mention that he just took the breaks, of the records, and played it over again, which created this new sound where B-boys and everybody wanted to MC. Now, if Flowers was doing that, then they need to really mention him as the architect of hip hop.
Right, because I kind of feel
but if Flowers was just DJing,
yes,
that's awesome all day.
Yes.
But they only put Herc for just catching the breaks.
Yes. I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. That's why I say in the Bronx, yes. You know, he was the forefather of that. I'm not taking nothing from him for that.
It's just the timeline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the timeline. It's the era when, you know what I'm saying, like Flowers was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop wasn't really recognized then. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you far as like with her, you know what I'm saying? The break beat put in that space for the B-boys to do their little break dance and you know what I'm saying, the rappers to do their little, you know what I'm saying, flow. That, you know what I'm saying, it opened up a door. It like brought to light that, wow, this is a new genre. This is a new genre that, you know what I'm saying, is catchy. Everybody gonna like it. But far as like what Preem was saying with Flowers, I mean, like, it just was the timing was different.
Right.
It was different. I mean, I'm pretty sure if the brother was, you know what I'm saying, at the same time when that was like introduced, I'm pretty sure he'd be hip hop 50 accolades like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, it's the first time I'm hearing of Flowers, but I just
it's just the time.
I heard of Flowers, yeah.
You know,
I watched the whole documentary about hip hop. They had Kool Herc. Everybody was mentioning Kool Herc.
Because it's because of the definition of breaking down and using a breakbeat. That's actually the definition of hip hop.
Okay.
But still, I feel it's important that
mixing, cutting, scratching. That's not considered creating of hip hop. Creation of hip hop was the breaking down of everything and bringing it back into something brand new.
Yep.
Right.
I could agree with that.
But still, I feel it's important that Flowers be part of that because he's.
Of course,
you
gotta understand anything that has to do with that, anything that helps. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
Should be
exactly.
incorporated in the history of hip hop. Because there could have been a nigga sitting on the corner spitting and smacking his head. That could have inspired somebody to do something in the genre. So anything.
Right. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Or somebody knows about it, it should be incorporated into the history.
Exactly. So I'm glad you brought that up, Preem, because I think that's very important that flowers get recognized, get mentioned, and I hope people, anybody who's watching, go look him up and bring his name up. And I kind of hope, this is one thing that I hope about hip hop. This is why if I ever make it, I'm going to change the whole world, because people like that, like Flowers, like Cool Herc, those people that laid the path for hip hop, they should be living comfortably right now. They shouldn't have to worry about anything.
No doubt.
You know, and the people that's making millions should be looking out for them. They don't have to, you know.
See, that's why they, you know what I'm saying, the DJs is getting their props now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't have an MC without a DJ. You know what I'm saying?
DJ was just as important as an MC.
He was the cut creator. He was the cut creator. He was the maestro. He was the person that, you know what I'm saying, that played the music for you to rap on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So exactly. DJs was getting it bad for a long time, man. Now they starting to, like, if you wasn't on the airwaves or nothing like that, you wasn't known. So now they implemented DJs as far as like Hall of Fame, Rock Hall of Fame, and all that crazy shit now, man. You know.
Right.
But
it's a craft to be. As a matter of fact, guys, we got two DJs on the panel right now. We got both Supreme and Julian, both still DJ now. You know, so
I respect the locals.
Yeah, if you need a
I love the locals. Rest in peace to my Uncle Sam.
Oh,
yes.
man, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's how I grew up, music orientated in my household, is because of that man. If it wasn't for him, you know what I'm saying, I would have never touched the mic.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I, like I said, I grew up on it, and it just was amazing how when I should see him blend or cut, and I'm just sitting there watching him do this, and I'm like, wow, I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
Those that's watching, y'all don't know the Winfields are legendary in the project. So the Winfields do it up big time all the time. Sam was definitely a legend in the
Oh yes, for sure.
You know, and
But see, you attribute your love for hip hop to Sam and everything, and mine's just to you guys. Like, I used to look up to you guys banging on a window, and I used to wonder how the hell you guys put those words together like that. It just amazed me so much. Like, I used to be standing and listening to y'all, and it's not just putting words together. The things that you guys used to say made sense. It wasn't just 2 and 2 is 4 and 4 I'm not going to go. No, it was, you know what I mean? It made sense, and it was dope. Like, and I used to tell myself, man, if I ever rhyme, I'm gonna be dope like these dudes. But it didn't. I didn't get to high school until I got to high school that I really started taking it seriously. Be dope.
I want to say,
no choice.
I want to say, you know what I'm saying? Just shout out to the Birthstone Marcy period, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the stomping grounds, you know what I'm saying, bred you, and raised you, and with everything, you know what I'm saying, as far as like to hip hop, to the brothers that you grew up with and learn to love and learn to love and respect, to the females that you dated, everything was a lesson. You feel me? Everything was a lesson, and I learned like brothers like Green, you know what I'm saying? My uncle friends KG, big up to KG from the other side, another Marcy DJ. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It just was fascinating, man. It just was like, you know, even when I knew how to rhyme, I was just saying shit and it sounded good to me. You know what I'm saying? So it just pushed me forward to like, I want to be a part of that. And Marcy is the place that got me to do that. You know what I'm saying? And all the brothers, and you know, Man, it just was like it was a beautiful time, and I get nostalgic with it because I think about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? The era back then, and I listen to on my YouTube right now. I ain't got no, I got some, but the majority of my playlist is old school.
You know what?
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
agree with you. When you look on my list for YouTube, I got 80s and 90s L's on my search engine because that's what I mean. I like some of the music that's out today, but I feel like how our pops felt about our music. Like, what is that? Like, what are you listening to? You know what I mean? I feel like them right now. Some of that stuff, I'm like, I can't. That's for y'all. I can't. Some of the stuff is really good. Yeah, I think that's what it is. You can't really relate to that stuff that they're talking about.
I feel like there are a couple of these Jones, especially still sitting here making the music. You know what I mean? So,
let me tell you something, y'all.
That boom bap is still here, so that wave ain't going nowhere. That's why.
Yeah, and Vito could attest to this. The way they rhyming now, you could not do that back in the days. Me and Dre used to be in the studio, and if we messed up one word and it came out, we had to stop. The engineer wouldn't even let it stop. I don't know what you just said. He would stop us. You had to be completely clear with what you were saying. I remember my ex telling me, "Why you don't talk the way you rhyme sometimes?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She go, "You rhyme so clear. Well, sometimes when you talk, you mumble your words." Tell me that shit. I'm like, training, man. And it was just that training from the studio that you had to be completely clear with what you say. And so when I hear these people now, and I'm like, dude, you can't do that in the studio. Who would let that happen? Like, how does that go through? I don't understand what this guy's saying. What did he have? Bubble gum in his mouth? What's going on? I don't understand. But that's the area we're in now.
Well, I don't buy records anymore. But I don't buy records anymore. So I don't know what company a lot of these new artists are coming from. So my understanding is they're in the house.
That's where they're coming from.
You know,
they no longer need a company.
Right.
They don't know.
They don't know nothing about that.
Exactly.
Like.
And then when you're in the studio and you shelling out that money, you don't want to stop. You're like, dude, what are you doing? And you're like, yo, we can't understand. You're like, just record it. Like, no, we can't. So you have to get that because he's taking your money. You're gonna be there another hour. And then, like Dre could tell you, there's always something that goes wrong in the studio. It's some kind of buzz.
That sound, fucking wires and shit. Yeah, be that bullshit, man.
That's bread real, burning man. Up, and he trying to find a wire on your time. Like, yo, it's just buzzing. Nigga, get that shit, man. Trying to get this recorded. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you made sure when you got to the mic, you knew exactly what you were saying. You made yourself nice and clear and precise.
Yo, you know what I used to like though? When they used to have the open mics at the jams or the clubs, like remember the Ark, or anything like that. When you stepped up to the mic and your shit wasn't correct, the crowd never hesitated to boo your ass right off the stage, son. Boo, boo. And like, it's just like, nigga, you gotta step to that mic like you saying correct. You know what I'm saying? You can't just get up there and bullshit saying some shit that you like. You gotta say some shit that you heard people's like, yo, that shit was hot, my dude. And have confidence with yourself.
Facts. You know,
have confidence.
We did a show. Was it 233 in the Bronx? 232? You remember that shit, Dre? That was the worst show we ever had.
Oh damn.
We were set up though. In our defense, we were set up. We went up there thinking it was a showcase, and we was just going up there to do our thing. When we finished, we found out that wasn't the case. We found out it was a contest, and the people who were in the contest had to sell tickets. So the people in the contest, if you had the most people in the crowd, guess what?
Wow.
Right? So we went up there thinking we just gonna go up there, we're gonna do our thing and lay it down. Bruh. We had pennies thrown at us.
Mind you, the ops have been famous and running and doing all type of shit.
Right. It wasn't like we wasn't known.
Yo, Blunt.
They was not having it, bro.
Hey, yo.
God rest my cousin. He was there. God rest in peace. My cousin Buff. He was there with us. We were on a train ride home. We were just dying. Son. It was hilarious. It was a shame we got booed. We got booed so bad. It was like we was in the Apollo. That's how bad they booed us.
Did you feel like the Fat Boys?
Bro,
and Crush Groove, remember when he wanted to take the system? Because they lost.
We couldn't even finish the song. They booed us off the stage in the middle of the song, son. Yeah, stop. Yo, my cousin was dying and he was in the crowd. And he was like, yo, son, they were hot. He's like, what dude was next to me? He was like, get the fuck off the stage. Like, calm down. And then when we got home, we found out, no, it was a contest that we had to sell tickets. And like, no wonder they don't want us to win. Like, we didn't even know it was a contest. We were just going in there and doing
it was a contest.
Yeah, it was.
That was through management.
Yeah, that was bananas. But it was an experience. It was an experience. It was humbling because you think you the shit when you out there. You have to have that mentality as a rapper, right? Like that's part of the whole thing. You got to think better than everybody else, right? I mean, I try not to think like that, but when you out there, you have to project that. Otherwise, people don't believe
you ain't supposed to think like that.
Right?
Shout out.
You Ramen, you saying I'm the best, and you like I'm the best. Shout out. They like, yeah, you're not. Yeah, no, they're not even gonna listen to you after that, right? You gotta be like,
you gotta have that confidence with you. You just gotta know when to humble yourself down.
Right. Exactly. So
shout out to DJ Uptown. Shout out to DJ Keep It Real. Shout out to DJ Wise, Marcy Brett.
Yes.
Wise is down south now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You down south, right? Yeah.
Shout out to Disco B, Master B.
Yep.
B.
So Joe, you're from the Bronx, right? You have a different experience. All of us here are from Brooklyn. The rest of us, Joe's the only one from the Bronx. I'm sorry about that, bro. It's all right. I understand.
Oh, good.
But Joe, you from Edenmore Projects.
Yes, sir.
Where that has its own history itself, right? What is your take on how hip hop evolved from then to now?
Started out in a club down on Flatbush Avenue, 243 Club, which was down by Flatbush and Myrtle.
So you got the park element. You got the outside. Jamming on 112. In the back of 112, which is PS 112 back in the days and whatnot. You had that whole situation going on and whatnot. To wait a minute, these guys are having too much fun on this block. All right, so us as a city, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that the only way they can bring out their stuff is if they sign this piece of paper. Other than that, when they come outside with their equipment, take their stuff from them and whatnot. You know what I mean? So, I got a chance to see the phases and the way hip hop kept coming. Nobody could stop it and whatnot. And nothing we say negatively will stop what's going on, moving forward. But we've seen the way, we've seen the buildup. We've seen the build-up to where we're actually discussing it now and whatnot, and it's still going on around us as we speak. So, as far as today's hip-hop, I still DJ, so I might not like it, but they come up, they ask for it, I'll play it, I'll probably put a spin to it, play a verse that I understand, and then drop something else on top. Something, but just to keep it going.
Yeah.
Preem, you do the same thing when you, because I know Preem, you have a different style of DJing. You're more of the old school 80s, 90s. But
that's right. Preem was doing his thing too. That's right.
Yeah.
Big up to Preem, baby. Big up to DJ Pretty.
What I do when I do parties, is usually young people. It be usually young DJs or young people there that have music they want to play. So I embrace that. As a DJ, I embrace that because it's a learning experience for me. So one time I did a baby shower. It was about 3 DJs there. They had laptops. And they came to me, yo, DJ, can I get on? I'm like, sure. They're like, well, yeah, you can get on. I'll let all of them get on. And you're like, yo, man, dudes don't let us get on. I said, listen, I'm learning from y'all. Because the music y'all playing, I may not have in my rotation. So this gives me an opportunity to learn.
Right.
So this is why I embrace all DJs, all young people that come with music. I'm like, if you got something you want to hear, I'll announce it on the mic. You got something you want to hear, I may not have. It probably came out last night. You got it. Bring it up here.
All right, here's a question for both Supreme and June. Being that you the DJs here, I mean, that actually spin. What do you feel about the progression of DJing? Because back in the days, if you wanted to do a party, you had to travel with crates.
Bruh. Yo, my joint is archived.
That niggas carry a laptop.
Yeah, give me my laptop.
Wow.
Niggas don't carry crates no more.
Nah.
But see, that's a pity because the dude who was carrying the crates ended up being the DJ later. Right?
Yeah.
That was how he learned. He had to carry the crates. You wanted to be a DJ, then you go rock with the DJ carrying the crates. You gotta carry his crates. You want to be a DJ, you rock. You let him, you carry the crates with him, and then he'll let you spin for a little bit while you waiting, and then you get back on. You carry the crates back on with him. So. June, you flipped over.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
The answer to that question. Depends on the party, and it depends on the people who I'm playing for. I have an iPod, I have a laptop, I have an iPad, and I got it on my phone as well. So I take 3 different systems of music. Maybe about 10 years ago, I did a New Year's party. I did 2 parties that night, a wedding reception, then I had to do a New Year's party. And when I got to the place where I had to play at, it was in a house. And so I came in and got looked, oh man, son, you got records? Man. That's what he said. You got records? You need to get with the times, son. What you doing? So I ain't say nothing. I ain't take no offense to it. No, I said, show me where I got set up. So I went in the other room. So I played that night, and I played to about 4 or 5 in the morning. Then I cut the music off. I said, it's 5 in the morning. So when the people came out, when the people came in the room, like, yo, what happened? I said, listen, I don't spend for 5 hours. Y'all got to give me some more money. Y'all want me to play. And when they saw I had records, oh, snap, son. He was spinning records all night. It was just foreign to them that I was spinning records all night for 5 hours. And it was like, and they gave me some more money, and I played for another 3 hours.
Damn.
So when the party,
what kind of party was that, Brent?
It was a New Year's party. Dude had it at his house. He owned that house. It was his house.
Okay.
When it was over, I'm packing up, I'm leaving. The dude who house it was, he said, yo, DJ, you gonna be available for next year? I said, I don't know, man. I may have to upgrade my system, get with the time.
Nah, but you know what? You playing that vinyl, I know that sound was crispy.
Yes.
You already.
And that's
crispy.
you would never you would never get that with this technology. You don't know.
Nope.
You put that needle down, that crackling sound.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so people would never understand that, man. They would never.
They won't.
That's why I love vinyl. I still spend vinyl. I collect vinyl right now. Everything.
Well,
I remember, right?
You know, Preem, you can that crackling sound.
Yes,
it's actually a sound effect now. You can actually just add that to any music now. It's digital. They digitized that crackling sound.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They stole a lot of stuff from the old school DJs, man, and put it in the system to where, you know what I'm saying, a DJ could get up there and sound like he's doing that, or the record is doing that.
That's what you got.
You know what I'm saying?
Artificial intelligence.
Exactly. Like what I was gonna say, I remember when I used to go with Frankie D, and I used to DJ with Frankie D, and we used to go and we used to play a lot for the senior citizens.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? At the senior citizens thing, the Masonic temples and all that, right?
Yes.
And I remember one time when I was on the Wheels of Steel and I was doing my thing, this lady came up to me. Now, it kind of blew my mind because she was mad old, and I wasn't expecting her to come up there and ask me that request. She asked me, do I got raw bass and easy ride? It takes two. Can you play that? I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, that's my jam. I said, oh, wow. So I put it on and she got on the floor and she did her thing, yo. I was like, okay, Grandma.
You know, it doesn't surprise me that, you know, hip hop has reached the way it has, but every time I see it, I just love it. I mean, there's times on my post, especially you can see it on Instagram, but I usually find a lot on TikTok where you see elderly people doing verses of hip hop, and they got the verses down pat. I seen one the other day where this elderly white lady was like, I'm going to tell you about this song that touched me very deeply. And she started singing, I think it was Cardi B. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, what? Like, my head was blown. I wasn't expecting that from her, you know? But I'm like, at the same time, I loved it. I'm like, yo, I'm so happy that hip hop has gone and gotten as far as it's gotten, and it's going even further.
Well, I was somebody that really loved the music.
Yeah, that's why I don't turn no music away. I listen to all genres of hip hop. I don't discriminate on just hip hop alone. I listen to rock and roll. I listen to love. I listen to hip hop. I listen to whatever, love songs, R&B, anything. I listen to anything as long as it catches me. Then I pay attention to it. I might throw it in my rotation here and there. Well, I want to end it with this, and I'm gonna ask each one of y'all this question. Given, well, we're in 2023. Hip hop is.
We're in 2024, bro.
2024. My bad. Hip hop is what, 40, 50 years old now?
50 to hip hop 50.
50, right? This is for each one of y'all. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to answer it individually. How do you feel about hip hop from then to now, and where do you see, or where would you like hip hop to go in the future? So, who wants to start with that? And then we can go down the line. Anybody. How do you feel about hip hop from then to now, and where do you think it's going to go, or where would you like it to go in the future?
All right. Well, from then, originality was key. Now, everybody sounds the same, so I don't know their names. Everybody's Lil, you know? Lil somebody. Everybody's the same. So where I would like it to go is back to being original. Each artist being their own artist. It's great to sit up there and like how somebody did something on this song, but don't base your whole album on what the last person just did. And then you, new guy, don't listen to it. Do your own thing. But this is what I listen to. Do your own thing. Everybody's done their own thing. I love KRS. I love Redman, but I don't sound like none of those brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just be original.
True that.
So I would love originality.
Nice. That's very true, because everybody does sound like everybody else now. You know?
They do.
It's crazy how that's changed.
Oh, yeah. Let me get this out before I lose it. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop. You say how I feel about it now, or how I feel about it then.
From then to now.
But like I said, I loved it then. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? It was like in my blood. You know what I'm saying? I like people with their phones now. I couldn't function without it. You feel me? Where I would like for it to go, I would like for the young people now and the people that's doing anything with hip hop now, is to pay more homage. You feel me? Pay more homage. Pay for the people that paved the way. Do a tribute. Stop doing all this auto-tune bull, you know what I'm saying, shit, you know what I'm saying, because y'all, like you said, you all sound the same. Throw a tribute to a rapper, you know what I'm saying, that you might not know about, but get to know, you know what I'm saying, where hip hop was before you ventured to it. You know what I'm saying? And throw a tribute. Remix an old school song. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I would like for this. I would like for them to pay more homage to hip hop, as you know what I'm saying, where it came from and how it opened the door for them. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of the kids nowadays, they don't even do the research to know where the song came from.
You got some out there that's, you know what I'm saying, like on YouTube. You got, you know what I'm saying, they like critics. They'll sit and they'll play an old school song. They'll sit there and they'll listen to the bars and they'll be like, yo, son was dope. Son was hot. Yo, you know what I'm saying? So if you doing that, and if you an MC and you the doors is open for you, I mean, like, throw some respect, pay some homage or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about respect, man.
Yep. All right. Beat Dope or Supreme? You wanna chime in on that one?
Hip hop back then was great. It's phenomenal. Great, phenomenal. You had to be original. It wasn't about killing each other. It wasn't about shooting up the place. It wasn't about how many gold chains you had or how many cars you had. To where it's at now, how long would a rapper last nowadays, the music that they making? So many young rappers or aspiring rappers that's coming up have been shot, have been killed. You don't have to rap about killing each other. You don't have to rap about selling drugs. We see that every day. Let's change the narrative. Be different. You know, if we're going to be a role model, let's show that through our music. And let's give more back to the children. You don't owe me anything, but you owe the kids something. Give them more after school programs. If that's what you're going to rap about, or you're going to rap about something positive, rap about going to school, staying in school. Rap about becoming an entrepreneur, helping your community. You know, rap about that, you know, and give something back. Give a free concert to the children, you know, twice a year, 3 times a year, back to school, after school. You know, have them to do something for the whole summer so they don't have to be on the streets to get hit by a straight bullet or something like that. You know, so as a role model, as a person with a mic that commands respect and responsibility, I hold you accountable and responsible. So because you're rapping and you put music out there for the world to listen to, you have to be held accountable and responsible to a certain degree. And that's where I see it at. And that's how
that was deep.
Nice.
And kiddies, that's one to grow on.
And I don't know if you know this, Preem, but there's a lot of rappers out here that when they rhyme in their album, you may not know this, but in their album, there's at least 1 or 2 songs in the album that is 100% positive, right? Where they talking about going to school, getting an education, getting married, finding the right job. The problem that I know that exists is that those songs do not get airplay at all. That's not what they push in the radios. That's not what people talk about. And it's there. It exists. It's always been there. But I don't know if it's the radio station itself.
It's not about airplay now, though, Blunt. Everything is online, baby.
It's not like it's supposed, like the way it should be. It's not. It's just people don't listen. Let me tell you. You guys can even try this experiment. I'm gonna get to you in 1 second, right, Pete? You can try this experiment. I hope you try this. I know, Preem, you know this. Post one thing very positive on your social media site, and in the same breath, post something very negative, and you will see which one of the two will get the views and the likes.
Yes, I've seen that already. Yes.
Negativity.
The negativity is what sells. So I get you, Preem, and I even done my own positive hip hop songs and bupkis. Nobody cares. Yeah. And sometimes that can be deflating because you put your all into this music from scratch to the product that you're releasing, and you're like, this is a positive message, this is banging, it's got everything. Crickets. You're like, damn.
Come on, man. Not you, bro. I'm talking to this nigga.
So yeah, I mean, I'm with you 100%. And when I see that people have positive records like that, I rock them. I always rock them. I listen to them. I learn the lyrics, and I share it out if I can to as many people. Again, I'll share it and buckets. Nobody says anything. You know, it's like, but I still share it because that's my character. That's who I am, and I don't let nobody take me on my character. And if I feel it's positive, it's gonna help people, I'm gonna put it out there. So yeah, I get you, Preem. But we gotta somehow find a way to change this culture where negative is what sells everything. You know, I mean, we even seen a post where you got kids that there was a post in social media maybe about a year ago where you had a black man and his 3 children on the train all reading a book. Post got barely any fucking views.
That's crazy.
It's like, are you kidding me? We got a black man and his 3 daughters sitting down reading a book together. That's as positive as it can get. And nobody's saying anything. They don't care. But yet you go and you see 2 chicks on the train beating each other up, taking a wig off and throwing it in the trap. That got 1 million views, right? It's like, come on, people. Where are our priorities right now?
Facts.
You know what I mean? So, Dreddy, you can end it with what you think hip hop between then, now, and where you think it should be going, or where would you like it to go in the future?
From then to now, I think hip hop has had a lot of beautiful moments. I think there's been a very thin underline of an agenda of fuck shit within the hip hop community that it looks like they want there. It's the reason why a lot of these things that are going on negatively are still going on. I would like to see the narrative switch myself, and not per se to could dampen anything that's already in hip hop. So I don't want to dampen gangster hip hop. I don't want to dampen this type of music or none of that. But give everybody free reign. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many conscious rappers out here that just don't get no shine because everybody that's out is pushing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You come up and you just turning the next motherfucker into a crack.
Yeah.
Like, without giving them the option. Like let them come up here too and see the view. You see what I'm saying? Let them get a taste of that. Let the people hear them. Let the people have a choice. Don't just force feed the narrative. Let it be a true, you know what I'm saying, coalition of music. That's what I would like to see.
Facts. Nice. With that, gentlemen, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me on this panel, on this episode, Chopping Up. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. This is something that it's part of my DNA. It's my life. Hip hop. Always been, always will be.
Yep.
I hope that. I mean, I know you previously said where was it going to be in the future, the way it's going. I can guarantee you that our forefathers said the same thing about our hip hop. Like, where this shit's going with this is not going to last. And here we are. It already evolved at least twice from where we were. So
it's going to keep on doing it, too.
Who knows the next evolution, how that's going to go, how it's going to look. But I am all for it. I mean, in the beginning, I was like, I just can't understand it. But you just have to sit down and listen to it and embrace it, because a lot of some of these artists are really talented. You know, it may not be our cup of tea, doesn't take away from their talent. And you just gotta let them rock, especially when you see 1 million kids loving it. Let them rock, man. Let them rock. Let them do what they do. And I don't see why people would be against that. You know, so the hip hop evolution is going to go on. And thank again everybody for joining me. This has been a really great episode, y'all. So for June, Wham, Preem, Beat Dope, I'm your host, your boy Blunt.
Peace, fellas.
Peace, guys. Nice meeting y'all. Peace. Salute.
Hip hop forever.